Welcome to my thyroid box, all to be revealed. This video is going to go over how to get the most out of the box, what's in it, and why the different items are in the box. So first off, we've got the actual box, my thyroid box. I think it's a beautiful A4 sturdy document box that you can just keep all your thyroid things in. So no longer will you need to have things scattered around the house or in different parts of your filing cabinet or on your shelf. Everything can go in here. Books, scripts, blood test results, notes, questions you've got, anything that you might have that relates to your thyroid health can live in this box and you'll know exactly where it is. So I hope you like the actual box. Then inside it, you should see this thank you card, and on the back you've obviously found this because that's why you're watching this video. So I just want to explain the digital downloads, then we're going to get right into the book. So below where you're watching this video on this, you'll be able to see the different downloads and click on them. There's 3 ebooks. One is the Kiss and Makeup with Your Thyroid book as an ebook. The second is the What Annabelle Cooks cookbook. And the third is the Common Hashimoto Symptoms ebook. So I hope you find all of them really helpful resources, and just hope you find them really helpful. I know sometimes I like to have both a physical copy and a digital copy, so I thought you might too. Then you've got these two, which relate to affirmations. So there's some digital cards that have an affirmation and an exercise on them. So you could download them, keep them on your phone, flick them up on your screensaver on your computer, something like that. They have been designed to print, so you could always get them printed. But they are, I think there's 20, 22, 23, something like that, affirmations. So it's got the affirmation and then an exercise to work through to really kind of ingrain that affirmation a little more. Then there's also the wallpaper affirmation downloads, so you can download those. You could just save your favorite one onto your wallpaper on your phone. You could rotate them once a week, or that kind of thing, but or you can just keep your favorite one on there. So they're all the digital downloads. So I hope you enjoy those. Now, what's actually inside the box? So I'm going to start from the top down because I've packed it how you would have got it. Now, if you pre-ordered the book, there are a couple of bonuses for you. One is this vegetable peeler, which doesn't sound wildly exciting, but I had a whole lot of vegetable peelers from doing What Annabelle Cooks, and I found these, and these are great, these blue ones, great for peeling, things like your doing like strips of vegetables like zucchini or sweet potato. Excellent for slicing cheese if you can do dairy. Good for slicing cheese. They're really sharp. Also good for carrots. So not just for peeling the skin off, but for doing strips of things. And amazing for shredding cabbage. So if you're wanting cabbage in your salad, you're making a coleslaw or something like that, excellent for that. So that's just like a little bonus. Other bonus for pre-ordering is this gorgeous double hazy chocolate from Living Earth. No nasties in here. So enjoy that little bit of extra luxury. All right, now the rest of the box is for everyone who has ordered at any point in time. This is what you will get in your beautiful box. So while we're on a food theme, we've got some little bliss balls from Health Lab. There's an almond amaze or holy hazelnut. So both will have nuts in them. I thought when I bought the boxes that would tell us on the individual packet, but there we have it. So there's a bliss ball. Little packet of turmeric tea. Now this is from an Australian company called the Koala Tea Company. They're on northern New South Wales, all custom made teas. Now turmeric is very anti-inflammatory. It's excellent for thyroid support. So I just wanted to throw that in there as a reminder that turmeric is one of those great things that we can use to support our thyroid health. And taking time out to have a cup of tea, also part of unwinding, actually drinking it before it gets cold. So have your cup of tea. Now, we've got a couple of little wristbands promoting Let's Talk Thyroid, my podcast. So if you haven't come across the podcast yet, this will direct you there to the podcast. And also just remind you that you are a thriver. Oh, can we see that thyroid thriver? So you might want to give one of these away. You can wear them together. You can just use them as maybe to tell a friend about the podcast or to direct them to my website, or just to remind them that they can thrive with their thyroid health. Now, we've got these beautiful, this actually says beautiful, some gorgeous little earrings. Now, these have all come from a business called Sister and Soul, who I love. Most of my word t-shirts come from Sister and Soul. You'll see the cards actually have different words on them, so take note of the word. I do believe that you kind of meant to get what you get in your box, because there are some different cards and there are some different earrings as well. So, just take on board the affirmation of the card. You might want to pin it up somewhere. But all the earrings have butterflies on them. Now they're just little studs. I should have worn a pair, really, shouldn't I? Now the butterfly, remember, is kind of the symbol of the thyroid, because the thyroid is the butterfly-shaped gland. So yeah, they're just a little reminder to look after that. Look after your butterfly. It's doing the best that it can to support your body right now. And so I hope those earrings really just remind you. Just remind you to look after your little butterfly thyroid gland. Then another great Australian company, Luck Beauty Food. Now, one of the topics that we talk about in the book is living a low tox lifestyle. And one of the ways we can do that is what we put on our body. So this is, Luck Beauty Food does all sorts of makeup and skincare, but it's all completely natural. Now they have put together this beautiful tasting plate of different lipstick shades. Good enough to eat. Obviously you're not going to want to eat it, but good enough to eat. And they've put in a little discount code in there. So some beautiful lipstick. I just thought you might really like that, and a way to introduce you to a nice Australian company, and just to be reminded that what we put on and in our body is important. And obviously with Kiss and Make Up Your Thyroid, we want our lips to be gorgeous. Now, here comes a lot of the good stuff. We've got, those reflections not good here. My thyroid love notes in a nice little frame. Now this is a list of affirmations. This is in the book. I thought if I printed this, you could leave it on your desk, next to your bedside table, bathroom cabinet, wherever you would like to be reminded to go over your affirmations, to really speak that positivity to your body and to your health. So I hope you find that an enjoyable way to use your to say your affirmations. And I'm going to come back to affirmations in a minute, because there's another card I've got, but it's a bit deeper down, so I'll get to that. Right, then we have, we actually have the book, right? You save it till the end, almost at the end. So Kiss and Make Up with Your Thyroid. Here's your book. Now, what I would really encourage you to do is to underline things. Grab out a highlighter, get some coloured pens, scribble in it, make notes. There's questions at the end of each chapter. Use it a bit like a workbook. That's how you'll take things on board better. Well, that's how I do. Maybe we don't all learn like I do, but feel free to scribble all over it. Maybe rip a page out and stick it on the fridge if you find it really helpful. So that is your book. Now, in the back of the book, I've actually made up these little cards just to ask you, if once you've read the book, if you found it helpful, if you would consider writing a review on Amazon. That would be absolutely fantastic. It really does help Amazon to know that it's a book worth buying. It will help other people with thyroid conditions to know what they're going to get when they buy the book and whether or not the book is for them. So just 1 or 2 sentences would be really, really appreciated. So you can always email me the review too if you don't want to put it on Amazon, and then I can use it on my website. I'll probably extract them from Amazon anyway, but that's just a reminder at the end of the book that if you wouldn't mind leaving a review, that would be really appreciated. So obviously you've got your book. Next we have this lovely bright yellow notebook. Now this is just a plain journal, so you can use it however you would like. But the idea of putting it in the box is that you can use it to make notes about, maybe you want to start with writing your medical history. That would probably be a really helpful thing to do. Write your medical history, as much detail going back as far as you can. Even if you can talk to your family, about what you don't remember as a kid, that would be helpful too. That way you just got it all with you when you go and see a new doctor or a health provider. You could also make notes when you're in with a doctor. I know often I wish I had have made notes at the end because I've forgotten what she said. So you could just have it in there so that you've got your history all in one spot. So that's the notebook. Then I've just got a couple of little flyers actually before I get to the last item. A couple of flyers, one from Vitalia. So as I talked before about low tox living, they are a great company here in Brisbane that sell all the different ingredients for lots of your DIY cleaning and skincare and things like that. So check them out. I've put a little flyer in there about essential oils. So this is the last item, and then I had this custom printed My Thyroid Health Info folder with on the back, remember to kiss. Keep it super simple, right? So remember, as you're reading the book, there's lots of different information in there, but we want to peel it back and try to keep it super simple so that you don't get overwhelmed and do nothing and, we don't want that. So inside the folder, there's a couple of bits and pieces I'm going to tell you about. But look, I've printed the inside. Let's do it back. So we have got some suggested blood tests to ask for. So when you go and see your doctor and you're not sure what to ask for, if you think you've got Hashimoto's or a hypo underactive thyroid, then there's some suggested blood tests there, and some if you think you might have hyperthyroidism or Graves' disease. They're just suggestions. It's not medical advice, obviously, but they're common tests that should be run when particularly looking at antibodies to see whether there is that autoimmune component to your thyroid health. And that way it's in there so you don't forget, because I'm assuming that you're going to take this with you to your doctor, right? If you take nothing else, you probably don't really need to take the box, although obviously you could. I would take the notebook and the folder to every doctor's appointment. Then on the back side, or the inside of the folder, there's the thyroid checklist. Now these are all the things that over a period of time, and I'm talking probably over a few years, probably need to be considered by you at different point, at some point. So they're there just as a checklist. So maybe if you're looking at working proactively with your naturopath or nutritionist or holistic doctor, maybe you can over time have the conversations around things like discovering your root cause, like what sits behind, like why did you get this thyroid condition. Maybe a conversation around medication and different kinds of medication, or your personality and how does that impact on your thyroid health. So there's lots of different things in the checklist there. The checklist is also in the book, but I just thought that would be handy to have in this lovely folder that you can take with you. So this is where you should definitely keep blood test results, scripts, any printouts that you get, including, there's a couple that I've put in the folder. I printed out my thyroid support team, which is a page in the book, because I thought that would actually be really quite handy to keep in there to write down either your dream team or, your actual team and your dream team, just so that you know where you're going with your support team and you understand that there are different people that can make up that support team. And I put it in there because it is really important to have one, right? We can't do this on our own. The other thing I have printed for you, which is available, there's a whole lot of downloads. When you read the book, there's a page, annabellebateman.com/kiss, and that has all the downloads from the book, but I just wanted to print this one for you because this is the thyroid friendly eating guide. It is something you could pin up on your fridge if you're wanting to try making some dietary changes. It's focused on the paleo style of eating. There are some notes there about the autoimmune protocol as well. So just a handy, simplified guide that you could pin up on your fridge. And also in that folder, I've just popped in the folder like a little postcard that's got, it says aromatic dressing ideas. Now this aromatic dressing is when you're kind of applying essential oils or like a beautiful luxurious body moisturizer and saying your affirmations at the same time. Now, it sounds a bit crazy and you might want to do it when no one else is around, but it can be a really lovely self-nourishing ritual, first thing in the morning or last thing at night or both, just to nourish your body and your mind at the same time. So there's a couple of little recipes I've had made up in there with some essential oils. You can do this process without essential oils if you don't have them. But there's a body confidence blend, a mind power blend, and just a few other ideas of ways you could use this concept of aromatic dressing together with your affirmations. So there's that little postcard. And lucky last is another postcard I had made up called How the Thyroid Functions. Again, this image is in the book. But I thought it would be handy to keep with you because I don't know if you're like me, but I'm always needing to be reminded as to how the whole thyroid system works, because even after 25 years, maybe it's the brain fog, maybe because it actually is complicated. I just find it a helpful reminder to understand how the system actually works and where the problems can happen. So I've done my best to simplify that from a very non-medical perspective to hopefully help you understand the different parts of the thyroid process. And then on the back side are some common symptoms for both hyper and hypo active thyroid. Common symptoms, just to be alert to the different symptoms. So you might want to keep this postcard in your book or in your folder. But there you have it. That is my thyroid box. I've had a lot of fun putting this together and sourcing the different components, particularly the earrings and the lipstick. I had a lot of fun buying those. And just wanting to give you some luxe gifts and support some local businesses and some really practical tools to help you on your thyroid journey. So enjoy the box. Enjoy the book. If you've got questions, send me an email. Just hope you feel loved and valued and hopeful for your thyroid journey ahead. I wish you all the best.